Hey Room 404, welcome to your virtual owl pellet dissection. So if you used that website that I gave you guys yesterday so that you could do a virtual owl pellet dissection on your iPad or on your computer, then you might have seen some information about what exactly is an owl pellet. And if you didn't see that part, that's okay, I'm going to tell you. So an owl pellet is essentially owl throw up. Now, owls eat small mammals such as mice or small rodents, and they may also eat other small birds. But unfortunately, when they eat those things, they can't digest the fur and the bones. So what happens with that fur and those bones? Well, they get thrown up into an owl pellet. And so the outside of the owl pellet is made up of the fur of these animals or the feathers of these animals, and the inside of the pellet we may find some of the bones. So we're going to try to classify some of the bones that we find inside of our owl pellets. And I think I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 owl pellets so that we can see the types of different mammals or birds that they eat. So I'm really excited to show you, and I hope you enjoy it. And it's one of my favorite things that I do, or that we do together, and I didn't want you to miss out on it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so what I have here is 3 separate owl pellets inside aluminum foil. We're going to go ahead and open that up, open one of these up here in a few minutes. And then I have a spoon to kind of help me scoop out some of the hair. And then I also have a bone sorting guide. So once we get some bones, we're going to compare them to the pictures on this bone sorting guide so that we can figure out what kind of animal did this owl eat that we got these owl pellets from, and what kind of bones are left inside that owl pellet. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Now I should be wearing gloves, but I don't have any, so I'll just have to make sure that I wash my hands really, really good. And here we have our owl pellet, and it's not, there we go. Oh, maybe not. It's not gonna focus, I guess. Oh, there we go. And as you can see, I can already see some bones and, some hair, feathers maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to kind of get these bones out gently. Now we want to be very careful with this because these bones are very tiny because they're from rodents and birds, baby birds or smaller birds. So they are very fragile and can be easily broken. And I don't want to break them if I can prevent it. So here's a bone. I hope that my phone will focus for you. There we go. There's a bone. We're going to classify that one for sure. Just going to put that to the side. And I can't wait to wash my hands already. Here's another bone. So that's interesting. We already have 2. Ooh, here's a little tiny. Oh, this is cool. There's a bone. Whoopsie. Let's see here. There we go.
What am I looking?
Hold on, buddy. Yeah, of course my son thinks this is so cool. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that I'm pretty sure, oops, if I can classify it correctly, this is part of a head. I'm pretty sure this right there, if it'll focus, I'm pretty sure those are teeth, and so I don't know. I'm excited about this one. This is pretty cool. I'm just going to put that to the side.
I think I found one.
Did you find one?
I think right here.
Oh, yeah, you did find one. So Walty found one, and I found another bone. Here's some more bones that we found. I'm just going to put them to the side. I'm going to try to get all the bones out. Watch out. So that we can... Oh my goodness.
I think I found one.
Hold on. Oh my goodness. This one is crazy. Oh, I hope I don't break it. Because oh no, this is crazy.
Did you break it?
No, I didn't break it.
I found one.
Okay, hold on.
See?
Yeah, you did. This is so bizarre. This is, if I can get off the hair, this is the and the other part of the head, the skull. As you can see, here's where his eyes would go, right up in here. If you can see that. Hold on, buddy. And then there's the rest of his teeth. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to classify what this animal is. I wish that would focus. Hello. It's not focusing. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying not to touch my phone because my hands are dirty, obviously. But that is so cool. And then Walty, what did you find, buddy?
A bone.
He found a bone too. Let me see if I can get that. There's the bone that he found. So I'm gonna just skim through this one more time, really quickly, and then we'll do some classifying. So I found another one, and I'm thinking that
This one.
might be it for this one. Here's one. I don't know if that was already in my pile or not.
This one.
But no, I don't think so, buddy. So I'm thinking that's all for that one. So let me just scoop this up real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so before I started this video, I kind of classified it so that I could narrow it down. I'm pretty sure that we found an owl that ate a rodent. So this is probably a mouse or something. So here is, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying my best here. Here is his skull top, as you can see. We found his skull top. Let me see if I can. There we go. There we go. His skull top here, about half of it or so. And then let's see, what else do we have? Here, I have all my bones right over here. Let me try this by holding my phone instead. So, here's the other piece of the skull.
There. See?
Can you see?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that would be considered the mandible, which is the lower portion of the jaw. So we found the skull top, and then we found the mandible. Kind of looks like that. Yes, it does. You can see the teeth. You can see that like sharp tooth on the mammal, or I'm sorry, the rodent. And then I found this while cleaning up. I thought this was so cool. It's so tiny. Let me focus. There we go. That is part of its spine. That's a vertebra. So that is so neat.
Tiny.
It is. I can't even, there we go. I can't believe how tiny that is. All right, so it looks like here we found the femur. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty intact. It's one of the stronger bones, or might even be the strongest bone. And so it's not very fragile looking. It's pretty thick. And then we also found the fibula and the tibia in this one. And all the other bones, they're kind of tiny and kind of like hard to decipher. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those to the side and maybe do one more owl pellet dissection for you all so that you can watch it one more time and maybe we'll find something cool. But I'm still thinking that this little skull is so neat, and it's definitely the skull of a rodent. And we know that the mandible was also, it matched the rodent. So I'm pretty sure that this owl ate a mouse or something like that. It had to have been a mouse because it's so tiny. All right, so I have one more owl pellet here. And if I can find where the foil opens. This one's a little smaller, so we might not find as much. So here we go. I'm just gonna try to break it in half or so, try to get all that yucky fur. I mean, this whole thing is kind of yucky, but you know, it's science. I think it's so cool.
Did you break it?
No, I didn't break anything. Not seeing a whole lot in this one. Oh, there's something it looks like.
I think I found something special.
Special. Oh, I think I just broke that one.
What? That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Nope, that's just fur.
And this one?
I'm hoping, I feel like there's something big in this piece right here. So I'm hoping that it's another skull or something, because it's not breaking. It's very hard to break. And let's see.
I think I broke this one.
Oh goodness. Yeah, it's something all right. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I always think that, like, I've done this a couple times and I still always think it is so crazy. how, yeah, cool, how how their bodies work. Like, it's amazing. This is definitely a head of some sort, probably, because I think I can see teeth. Yes, and it looks like another rodent.
Did I break this?
No.
One.
Look if you can see. I'm gonna try to focus it. That yellow and that yellow, those are teeth, and it looks like this skull is like
It looks like
it's together. Like, and it's the mandible and the top skull are still together. So I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit, and then I'll be back.
It should look.
All right, guys. So it looks like we definitely found another rodent. This is their skull. It was in one piece, but like I said, they're very fragile, and so while I was trying to get the hair off, it broke. But look at that tooth. That is just huge. Like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine a little mouse or something having a tooth that big. And then down here at the bottom, watch out, buddy.
Did I break it?
No. Down here at the bottom, oh, you did break the little tooth. That's okay. Let me see.
I didn't break it.
There are teeth right there. So all those yellow things, those are the teeth. And that's what I was going to say. Down here at the bottom is another tooth. And then here is the mandible again. So part of the jaw down here. And then its skull, which is so, if it'll focus, I'm trying not to touch and move it so it focuses. And then the underside, this upper teeth right there in the middle. This is so gross, but so cool at the same time. And then we found some little tiny, really tiny bones. These little ones, that one and that one over here, that is actually part of its rib cage. So those are ribs. So super cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our owl pellet dissection. So I'm sorry it wasn't the best quality. I tried my best, but I also was trying to focus on what I was doing with the dissection and not the camera. So I know it was probably blurry in some spots or you couldn't see fully, but I hope that you enjoyed at least looking at the bones at the end and seeing how they were covered in fur and I was trying to pick all the fur out and just seeing how nature works and how owls, you know, digest their food or don't digest their food, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.